presentation? None. Citizen comments? I didn't see anyone else out there.
Melinda's hiding in a closet.
No worries. You're doing fine, thank you.
Any of you gentlemen sign up?
None.
None.
None, another none.
Consent agenda. Is there any older person that would like anything removed?
Mayor, I make a motion to handle all four consent agendas at the same time.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Reports of committees, commissions, and boards. None. Recommendation of action from committees, commissions, and boards. Licensing Committee meeting agenda dated February 15th, 2022. Don?
Mayor, we're looking for approvals for new beverage operators license for Lynn Hermans, Lacey Conkle, and Diana Raven.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
And we denied a combination Class B liquor license to Dobie's
We
restaurant right now because there's,
approved it.
No, they approved it
I
pending.
I am correct. I sit corrected. It was approved pending,
Removal of the outdoor seating reference, contacting the clerk's office with the names of the other licensed restaurants, health department violations being corrected, and the surrender of the current license by the licensee. Does that sound about what you were gonna say?
exactly what I was gonna say.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
And that's all from licensing.
Thank you, Don. Resolutions and ordinances. None. Discussion item with possible action. Program book ad subscription, Miss St. Francis Scholarship Competition Organization, $100 for the scholarship program.
I'll make a motion to approve the ad.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Private use and hold harmless agreement, East Betts right of way for private driveway.
Good evening, Mayor. This would be mine. So, Board of Public Works, right? Board of Public Works, we met, we recommend to the Common Council to adopt the recommendation of the Board of Public Works to approve the private use and hold harmless agreement to allow Mr. and Mrs. Kroll to construct a private driveway, garage apron, concrete approach, and sidewalk in the unimproved right-of-way of East Betts Avenue, contingent upon Mr. and Mrs. Kroll approving the agreement.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. City Municipal Garage Site Study requested for proposals. Melinda or Sean?
This will be me again, Mayor. So the Board of Public Works, again, discussed the future of the city garage, municipal garage, and we are recommending to the Common Council to accept the recommendation of the Board of Public Works to approve the award of the request for proposals to Grafe in the amount of $9,440.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Claim on excessive assessment under Wisconsin statute 74.37, 2517 East Norwich Avenue. I need a motion to deny.
So moved.
I'll make the motion to deny.
Can we get a little bit more context?
Yes, a little more information.
Sure, Mark?
It's in your packet,
Right, but
so.
Dense
this
version.
letter was in the
Condensed.
packet.
As you're aware, this is 2517 East Norwich Avenue, Makerspace, Makers Village. In the development agreement, he was to guarantee a minimum value of 1.5 million. The value of the building with the land came in at close to $2 million. I did talk to the assessor, and the assessor has also talked to Tom Grolowitz, and the assessor indicated that he assessed it at $35 a square foot. Comparable buildings are assessed between $40 and $80 a square foot, so it's actually a little on the low end. The letter that came in from Tom Grolowitz, we had the city attorney review it, and he recommended that it come before the common council with recommendation for denial as part of the process of a property owner making a request for payment in protest. That's common practice. And then if the property owner wants to take it further, they have the ability to do so. So this is the standard way to deal with a property that, where you have a tax payment under protest.
If I may. So if I may augment what the city administrator indicated, his statement is correct. The reason for the council's action this evening is it does trigger effectively a statute of limitations for the property owner to either commence litigation with regard to their claim within 6 months, or it's forever barred. So this moves the process along. And again, as Mark indicated, the assessor has confirmed or has validated his assessment. I believe the language in the letter essentially says that, that he thinks some other properties are less, but that doesn't, he has to prove that the assessor is wrong. And there's a presumption of accuracy with regard to assessments, and I don't believe that his statement overcomes that. So the recommendation from staff is denial, and then that would trigger the need for the city clerk to send the appropriate notice in the fashion set forth in the statute to the property owner to trigger the statute of limitations.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Appointments to committees, commissions, and boards? None. Correspondence with possible action? None. Unfinished business? None. Other business? None. Department heads? Melinda?
Mayor, everyone has the engineer's report for February in their packet. And working off of that, Hunter and I attended virtually a presentation by the DOT this week on how the federal government and the state are going to allocate the bipartisan infrastructure law or bill funds that are coming through the state. They are going to make a couple different avenues available for communities to apply for funding. It's still competitive. It's not a direct allocation, unlike the ARPA funds, which is a direct allocation to the communities. We do have to compete for this, but they have opened up some different programs that gives the city more opportunity to compete for funds. So we'll be applying for some different road projects coming up and trying to take advantage of that funding. Next week or so, another section of the Everstream fiber installation will be taking place. It's on Howard Avenue, west of 794, on Iowa, and then on Norwich. So you may have seen some Diggers Hotline flags out there. They are putting door hangers out at all the properties, like they did on the last one, and so they'll be moving forward, and we'll, of course, have oversight on that. And then lastly, I want to assure everybody that we have lots and lots and lots of salt for this week's snow event that's coming up this week. So no worries there. And with that, I pass.
Thank you. Chief Poplar?
I'll be brief. We're hosting a railroad safety class today and the next 2 days for all Milwaukee County Fire Departments. We have the 3 local railroad companies come in and give us a safety class. So that's been, we had several departments here today. There's a blood drive in our apparatus bay on Thursday, and I'm going to be gone. I'll be excused if I could be. Next meeting, I'll be in Disney World with the family.
Absolutely not.
All right.
No, I think we have to go.
And then just a reminder, we're once again hosting the Milwaukee Honor Guard Clinic right here at St. Francis like we did last year. It'll be the first week in April, the 5th through the 9th. So we'll be revving up for that in between. But I'll have a representative here on March 1st, so that you won't completely miss the fire department. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, Chief. Chief Hunter?
Thank you, Mayor. First off, regards to Betts Avenue, we use that for field training as a catch-all because the new officers had to study the maps. And Betts Avenue, as you know, is extremely hard to find unless it's a secret street, right? So we would always get the officers when they said, we have the city down pat, and they, for the most part, did, except for when we said, well, take me to Betts Avenue. And they were like, what's that, and where is it? So I'm kind of disappointed, but I totally understand. Congratulations. It's just, well, it's a parallel to Klein Drive. So. Right. Sorry about that. I digress. I just came back from the Chiefs Conference. It was an excellent conference. Our vendor for our body cameras and our in-car video is Digital Ally. Speaking with the vendor, the owner actually of Digital Ally, who I've never met, I've corresponded with him on multiple occasions. We had a conversation in regards to LiDAR, and which is lasers. And they at one point owned part of a LiDAR company that went under, and they have multiple LiDARs still in boxes that they cannot sell with warranties. But that said, they're still going for $2,400. However, he's given us one for free because we've been with the company for so long. So we're getting a new LiDAR system, $2,500 at no cost, which is a good thing, as we just had one that went down. And the last thing I have is Pete Stojanovic, our sex offender that lives, the high-profile sex offender that lives on Amity, was arrested last Monday the 7th for violation of his restrictions. He basically was sitting on his front porch without permission for a lengthy period of time, went out and got his mail, and that was enough for them to violate him because he's not following the rules. He's currently still sitting. He's not released yet, so I'm not sure if he's going to be released or revoked permanently or not. I just wanted you to have an update on that. With that, I pass.
Thank you. Ann?
In conjunction with the Honor Guard training, our April 5th election will be fully held, all three districts, at the community center. And we will also move our council meeting that week to Wednesday the 6th, so you will be out of here so we can do council. Okay. And I had the honor and privilege to do a presentation for the Region 2 clerks in West Virginia last week, and in my travels met the former president of the National League of Cities and was telling him about our philosophy of being Cinderella, and he is going to call and do a podcast about our wonderful city. So I'm sure that throughout all this, I'll have to coordinate with the city administrator so he can come in and tell them about how we are the Cinderella of the South Shore as well. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, Ann. Paul?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple of items real quickly. Per the council's authorization and direction, I did work with Chief Poplar to prepare the letter in support of the department's transition from basic life support to advanced life support. Also wanted to let you know that we have re-engaged in discussions with council for Hidden Ponds. And it appears that we are closing in on the terms of a development agreement. They wasn't quite ready for prime time tonight, but we are getting close. So we need a little bit more guidance from Ellers, and otherwise I think we're getting there. And with that, I pass.
Thank you. Mark?
Thank you, Mayor. The mayor and I met with 8 members of Park Shore, or property owners from Park Shore, to discuss the proposed development at 3700 on the lake. I think the discussion went well. The explanations that we provided seemed to satisfy the Park Shore residents. We currently are awaiting financial information from Campbell Development. Once we receive that, that'll go to Ellers, and then we'll be providing back a development agreement for the development in addition to the PUD. So that's where we're at.
Thank you, Mark. Debbie?
Pass, Mayor.
Thank you. Sarah?
I'll pass as well, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Sean?
I want to be very brief. Appreciate all the good news from the department heads, Ann and everybody. Nice seeing you 3 gentlemen again. I'll save the rest of my comments for closed session.
Thank you. Steve?
I have nothing this evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Matt?
Same for me, nothing.
Thank you. Don?
Ditto, Mayor, I pass.
And I have nothing either. We will be going into closed session.
So we need a motion to convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute section 1985 sub 1E for the purpose of deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session.
I'll make such motion.
I'll second.
Okay, one
The
second.
minute said the mayor was supposed to read that. Did he
Yeah,
pay you
well, I
for
always
that?
try to be helpful.
She saves my butt many a times.
Taking over.
Alderman Fire,
Aye.
Alderwoman Calderon,
Aye.
Alderwoman Fliss,
Aye.
Alderman Damon,
Aye.
Alderman Wadwa. And Alderman Brickner.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We will take a 5-minute recess, and then we will go into closed session.